Sam Week number 4, Outlander, Jamie Fraser. Welcome back to Sam Week, you guys. I just so happen to have saved Jamie Fraser for last. Well, last for his characters. The last actual picture will be the drawing of him. But I did save him for number 4 because 4 is my favorite number. And also, Jamie Fraser is my all-time favorite character he has ever played, and I'm pretty sure will ever play, because this character is absolutely perfect in every single way that matters. Oh my gosh, I cannot even describe to you how much I love and respect Jamie Fraser. I'm pretty sure that he is one of my favorite fictional characters ever. Not just in Outlander, but ever. Definitely in my top 3, I would say. He owns my heart, as I'm sure he owns many other people's. If you have not watched Outlander, I highly recommend it. If you're sensitive to certain kind of, actions or certain things, or you just don't want to see certain things, you can watch it on different sites that will censor it, like VidAngel, if you're not comfortable. But otherwise, this show is... I don't even know how to describe it. It is... There is so much going on, but who Sam plays is Jamie Fraser, who is a 17th... in the 1700s, so the 18th century Highlander. And this girl, Claire, from the 1940s, was a nurse in the war. Ended up going back through time on her second honeymoon with her husband, and she ended up going through the stone. She's one of those people that can transport, and she went up to the Standing Stones in Scotland when they were on their second honeymoon, and she touched the stones, and bam, an English woman in the 1800s, and then she meets Jamie, and of course the show goes on from there. I cannot even describe to you how much I love this character. I love anything that's Scottish, really, because I have a lot of my heritage, majority of it, is Scottish. So it feels like home when I watch it, in a way. Even though, I'm Canadian and I haven't been there, I feel like very proud of my heritage, and I really enjoy seeing something about it, related, like Scottish and stuff. So with the history, and it shows their history, and it tries to stay close enough to like historical events, and then adding like character storylines to it. And it's definitely a drama. You will have your highs and your lowest of lows I've ever had with any show, but it is still worth it, and I still highly recommend you watch it. Jamie Fraser is that kind of character that just makes you feel safe and you root for him. He is the ultimate, I wouldn't quite say underdog, but he deserves the world. If I had it my way, he deserves the world. And the reason why you guys didn't see me do all of the sketch to get to this final sketch is because my program that I record with stopped recording halfway through me drawing it. So you only got to see the beginning sketch, but here is the finished sketch with me coloring it in, and then I'll do the shading. I decided to do a full body drawing for Jamie because, for one, I think it would be a shame, absolute shame, to draw Jamie and not show the kilt. And I know he doesn't wear it very much anymore, but there's no way I'm missing out on the full body. There's just no way I could do only a portrait of him. Even though drawing full body is extremely difficult for me to get the proportions and the angle, and this took me pretty much a day just for the sketch alone, not even the coloring or anything else. But it took me a long time, but I felt it was worth it, especially as an homage to my favorite character of Sam's and to Sam himself, because he really does bring this character from the books to life in the most fantastic way possible, like the most realistic, even though, some people say he's not Scottish enough, or he's not tall enough, even though it's only off by an inch. I couldn't imagine anyone else playing his character. He is irreplaceable in my opinion, and I just hope this show can go on, and the story just continues, because it's one of those things that you just really click with. At least in my case, I found it just stuck with me, and I have rewatched the show. I don't want to sound obsessive, but I have rewatched the show since quarantine and COVID. I don't really, you have to stay home, so I watch Netflix in my free time, and I have watched the show probably, I think I'm on my 10th time, so, but I'm one of those people, I just, if I find something I like, why not watch it again if you know you like it, so. Let me tell you though, because I had to shade his whole body instead of just a portrait like the other ones, this did take me a lot longer, and this actually took place, the coloring part took place like a few weeks after I drew the sketch, because I needed a break after just drawing the sketch. And so I wanted to make sure that this looked as good as I could possibly make it. I did run into some problems with my Photoshop and my computer that I had to stop and restart it a few times, so this did take me a long time to finish. I would say the hardest part for me was getting the tartan, because I tried to draw it on, it didn't quite work. I tried to apply a picture to it, it didn't work. So I ended up going and retracing all the colors and blocks and everything on a separate Photoshop file, and then I copied from what I drew and tried to kind of warp it and put it on a filter mask to just apply to where the tartan was. And so hopefully, it's good enough. I know that the pattern's a little off and it's a little out of size for what it actually should be, but considering that part, if I had to do it by hand, would take me probably a whole nother day just to get it right, I think it's fine. One of the things about this is that there's so many layers, like just shirts alone. He's wearing like a shirt, a vest, a jacket, and then he has his kilt, his tartan wrapped around him, and like his boots, like he has so many layers. He has his sporran, he has his dirk, he has so many things, like, and the intricate detail on the sword and for drawing his hands and all of it, it killed me. It absolutely killed me, but I knew that for Jamie, it was worth it. I have some of my friends that watch it. Well, really, just one friend watches it. But, it's always fun to talk about it with them, and I know that there are many fans of Outlander out there. So this one's also for you guys, and I'm so happy that I saved him for last before Sam's birthday, so that way when I tag him in all the videos and the drawings on his birthday, it'll be like one huge collection, and the ultimate ones will be of Jamie and him. I think that's the perfect way to end Sam Week, although hopefully if you guys like this, let me know and I can do more videos like this where it's like a weekly challenge and I'll upload a daily video each day of the week. The part that I found pretty difficult, because I didn't go about this drawing and the shading the way I did with the others. I sketched them out and drew them and filled them in and shaded them and everything in black and white, then added color on top after. I tried to do a little bit of filling in the color, then doing the shading to see how it would blend, so this way he'd be a bit more vibrant. And the problem with doing what I did here is the black shading, because I wanted it to be all good in grayscale, so I know that all my values, all my light and dark shades were the right amount of dark and light. But with the color, it makes it look flat, because in real life your shadows aren't just black, they're a little bit tinted orange or pink or whatever color your surroundings are. Everything reflects off of you, especially with your clothing and your hair and all of it. You can see all these different colors, so I tried to get at least what I thought was the right amount of shading to get the structure and everything of his face and his body. And then afterwards I went back in and I changed the color of the shadows to be a bit more of a reddish orange. I played around with the colors a bit, but I settled on a reddish orange so that way it would blend more into his complexion and not make him look kind of dead. Because right now he looks a little bit, you know, pale in the face, a little bit sunken in, and that's not at all what we want here. And at last, we're on the background. Now, I'm not the best at background, so that's why this one was kind of nice, because it was more minimalist and faded away in the distance, so atmospheric dissipation. I didn't have to do a lot of detail, although I did go a little bit lax in some of the details because I wanted the focus to be pretty much on him and not so distracting in the background, so I just left it as simple as I could make it, and here I am signing it off. And here is the finished piece, you guys. Jamie Fraser, James Alexander Malcolm Mackenzie Fraser. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Please make sure to like this video and to subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more videos for Sam Week. The finale is tomorrow.